Good afternoon. My name is Connor Morris. I teach 4th grade at Wilder Elementary in Wilder, Idaho. We do things a bit differently in Wilder. If you walk into my classroom, you'll see students working at their developmental level and me working with small groups or individuals. Wilder was voted as one of the most innovative districts in the country for our personalized learning, and that is something I'm very proud of. This is my second year in the classroom, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else except for maybe working for Apple. I was very nervous going into Onramp Academy over the summer. I knew almost nothing about coding and assumed that coding would play a more integral part in this course. However, I never felt my skills to be inadequate during Onramp. Paul Tarentiles was a phenomenal teacher, honestly one of the best teachers I've ever had. Paul guided us through all of the content while keeping us intrigued and engaged. Designing an app was definitely the highlight of the course, and I never thought it could be so interesting. The most exciting part was that the app was designed to help a local nonprofit. As I sit here and contemplate the academic year, I can't help but think how privileged and thankful I am for this amazing opportunity that has been bestowed upon me. It has been a whirlwind of a year, but it'll be a year I'll remember forever. This opportunity has made me a better teacher. I stepped outside my comfort zone in many, many ways. First, I was required to teach art. This was not easy for me considering I'm not an artist. But with the concise instructions of Everyone Can Create, I was able to teach my students many of art's foundational skills and techniques. This portion of Everyone Can Create took us a lot longer than anticipated. I felt like I was never able to give my students enough time for this portion of ECC to reach their full potential. However, I saw tremendous growth in my students' abilities. One student in particular really excelled in this domain. She was new to the district, struggled academically, and had very low self-esteem. Once her classmates noticed her exceptionality in art, she started to come out of her shell and make some friends. This is just one of the many achievements made by Studio 120. ECC photos seem to fly by in comparison to ECC drawing. The students really enjoyed this portion of Everyone Can Create. We ventured into the great wilderness. That is the playground for most of these lessons. Any lesson that gets you out of the classroom is a good lesson in my book. Again, the instructions were concise and the pictures that go along with it make it foolproof. I was thoroughly impressed with many pictures taken by my students. In regard to challenge-based learning, I'm a big proponent of this style of learning. I think that a real-world connection and follow-through really set this model apart from others. Last year I tried a CBL lesson and it was reminiscent of Lord of the Flies. This year it was much smoother, and I attribute that to Paul Tarentiles showing me firsthand what it should look like. Just before the outbreak, we were starting to wireframe our apps, and unfortunately, we will not be completing our wireframing this year. In turn, we are unable to do our app showcase. We started, but were unable to finish ECC music, and we didn't start ECC video. I used to think that Apple was just another corporation, and now I know that they really care about students and teachers. I would like to thank Tara Feast and the GIM TAs for all your support throughout the year. I would also like to thank Don Henderson and his team for putting all of this together and broadening my horizon.